Do you feel the weight of waiting? Do you feel the moments of struggle pressing down on your spirit, whispering lies that your breakthrough will never come? Listen closely, because I am about to declare a truth over your life so bold, so powerful, and so unshakable that every doubt you have carried will tremble and fall. God is about to release millionaire blessings into your life. I am not speaking of empty promises. I am not speaking of fleeting luck or temporary gain. I am speaking of the divine intervention of the Creator of heaven and earth, who sees your faith, your perseverance, your hunger for purpose, and who is now moving with unstoppable force to transform your financial destiny. Understand this: the season you are in right now, whether it feels like struggle, stagnation, or disappointment, is not your permanent story. It is the preparation, the refining, the crucible that God has designed to shape your spirit, sharpen your vision, and strengthen your resolve. Every moment of patience, every act of obedience, every ounce of faith you have offered has been noticed. Nothing has been wasted, nothing has been overlooked. The God who made the universe, who breathes life into every atom, who commands the winds and the waves, is now aligning circumstances, people, opportunities, and wisdom to release wealth that will astonish the world. You must hear me clearly. God's blessings are not limited by human imagination. What you think is impossible, what you think is too late, what you believe is beyond your reach, God is already orchestrating it. The millionaire blessings are not merely about money. They are about divine provision, favor, influence, and freedom. They are about unlocking doors that have been closed, igniting ideas that have been dormant, and calling forth a season of abundance that will empower you to impact generations. God does not release this kind of favor into the lives of the faint-hearted, the hesitant, or the timid. This is for the bold, the faithful, the relentless. This is for those who refuse to compromise their integrity for temporary gain, and who are ready to carry the responsibility of wealth with humility, wisdom, and unwavering faith. Listen to me. God's millionaire blessings are not random. They are purposeful. They are strategically timed. They are meant to elevate you into a position where your influence, your testimony, and your generosity can change the world. But before you can receive, you must position yourself. You must align your heart, your mind, and your actions with the will of God. Stop chasing opportunities with fear. Stop trying to manipulate outcomes with human effort alone. Stop comparing your journey to others. God's timing is perfect, and His release is inevitable. If you will trust, if you will remain faithful, if you will continue to cultivate excellence in all that you do, the release of wealth is imminent. And when it comes, it will be overwhelming. Let me challenge you to think bigger than you ever have before. Stop settling for mediocrity. Stop allowing limitation to define you. God is calling you to a level of financial blessing that requires audacity, vision, and faith that exceeds the ordinary. Millionaire blessings are not just about accumulating assets. They are about multiplying your capacity to bless, to create, to innovate, and to serve. God is about to place in your hands the resources you need to not only secure your future, but to elevate those around you. Wealth released by God is never hoarded. It is always a tool for impact. Those who are prepared to steward it with wisdom will see doors open that were previously unimaginable. Do not be distracted by temporary setbacks, by criticism, by disbelief from the world around you. God's blessings do not respond to human opinion. They respond to divine purpose. The very forces of heaven are aligning to bring you ideas, partnerships, contracts, investments, and opportunities that will elevate you to levels you have prayed for in secret. The desires of your heart that no one else could fully understand. The millionaire blessings are already on their way. They are not a question, they are a guarantee. But you must recognize that God is looking for readiness, responsibility, and resilience. Can you handle what God is about to release? Can you operate with integrity, with discipline, and with wisdom? The wealth you are about to receive will demand character as much as it demands vision. Now, hear me clearly. Do not underestimate the power of consistency. Your daily habits, your daily prayers, your daily decisions, these are the soil into which God will plant seeds of abundance. A millionaire life is not a product of sudden luck. It is the culmination of faith-driven effort aligned with divine guidance. Every moment of diligence, every act of service, every decision to honor God in your work is a deposit into your future fortune. God honors preparation. He multiplies effort that is offered in faith, and He is about to multiply your faith in ways that will astonish even you. You will witness doors opening, resources flowing, and opportunities multiplying, all because you remained faithful when no one was watching. You must also understand the spiritual nature of wealth. This is not about greed. This is not about selfish gain. God's millionaire blessings are always designed to elevate the spirit, to expand influence, and to create a legacy. Wealth without purpose is fleeting, but wealth that is ordained by God carries eternal significance. The money, the resources, the opportunities, these are instruments in God's hands. They are tools to demonstrate His favor, to testify of His provision, and to bring light into a world desperate for hope. God is about to entrust you with more than you could ask for, more than you could imagine, because He sees in you the heart of a steward, the spirit of a leader, and the courage of one who will not be shaken by challenges or detractors. But understand this, the release of millionaire blessings is also a call to spiritual warfare. There are forces, there are doubts, there are voices that will attempt to discourage you, to steal your vision, to delay your breakthrough. Do not entertain them. Do not succumb to fear or anxiety. Stand firm in the knowledge that God is your provider, your protector, and your guide. Every obstacle is temporary, every opposition is limited, and every delay is only setting the stage for a greater demonstration of God's power. When the blessing arrives, it will not come quietly. It will come in a way that leaves no doubt that God's hand alone has orchestrated it. I want you to hear this clearly. God's millionaire blessings are a matter of spiritual alignment. They are not random windfalls or chance occurrences. They are the result of living a life that is pleasing to God, a life that honors Him in your thoughts, your actions, and your heart. The wealth that God releases is a reflection of your faithfulness, your integrity, and your vision. It is for those who work diligently, pray consistently, and trust unwaveringly. If you are ready to receive, you must first position yourself. Position your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Stop being distracted by envy. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop chasing fleeting trends that have no eternal value. God is about to release abundance to those who recognize the sacredness of their journey, who understand that patience is power and that perseverance is the key to unlocking His favor. Do not be afraid of the magnitude of what God is about to do. The millionaire blessings may come in ways that surpass your imagination. Opportunities will arise from directions you never expected. Connections will appear as if by divine orchestration. Investments, partnerships, and streams of income that you once thought impossible will manifest in your hands. But God is looking for a heart that is ready to steward it, a mind that is disciplined enough to make wise decisions, and a spirit that remains humble amidst sudden favor. Wealth without wisdom can be a curse, but wealth with God's guidance is a tool for transformation. a weapon against despair, and a source of empowerment for generations to come. I want you to understand this. God's blessings do not come to the faint-hearted. They do not come to those who doubt, procrastinate, or fear change. Millionaire blessings require courage. They require audacity. They require faith that rises above every obstacle, above every delay, and above every voice that says it's too late. Your breakthrough is not waiting for the world to validate it. It is waiting for your faith to awaken it. It is waiting for you to rise and declare boldly, I am ready, I am prepared, I am aligned with God's will. When you speak with that kind of conviction, you are no longer asking, you are commanding heaven to move on your behalf. You must also recognize that God's abundance is never stagnant. It is not merely a one-time event. It is a flow, a river of provision that grows as your faith grows, as your vision expands, and as your influence multiplies. When God blesses a life with wealth, He does not bless it to sit idle. He blesses it to act, to create, to innovate, and to impact. Every dollar, every resource, every opportunity is a seed of transformation. When God releases millionaire blessings, He is not only elevating you, He is raising up the people around you. He is creating a ripple effect that touches families, communities, and nations. The favor you are about to experience is not just for comfort, it is for legacy. Do not let fear steal your breakthrough. Fear is the thief of vision, the enemy of faith, and the silent assassin of dreams. When God releases His blessings, there will always be resistance, sometimes subtle, sometimes blatant. There will be moments when it seems as though the tide is against you, when every effort appears fruitless. But remember this, God's timing is perfect. What seems delayed is only preparation. What seems blocked is only positioning. What seems impossible is only the stage upon which God will demonstrate His power. Stand firm, declare boldly, move forward with unwavering faith. The millionaire blessings are coming, and they will arrive in such a way that no one will question that God's hand alone has orchestrated it. I challenge you to elevate your thinking. Stop imagining small, limited outcomes. God's abundance is infinite. God's favor is boundless. Your mind must stretch to accommodate the vision of what God is about to do. Speak over your life with authority. Declare over your finances, your opportunities, and your future that God's provision cannot be contained. Write it down, speak it aloud, and meditate on it daily. Align every action with this truth. God is your source, and His blessings are inevitable. Do not settle for less than what God has promised. Do not allow temporary limitations to define your potential. The God who holds the universe is about to hold your financial destiny, and He will do it with power, precision, and glory. God also calls you to generosity in this season. The millionaire blessings are never meant for selfish accumulation. They are meant to expand, to create impact, and to glorify the giver of all good things. When you receive wealth, God is testing your heart. Will you hoard it in fear, or will you sow it into lives, ministries, and causes that honor Him? The true measure of a blessing is not in what you keep, but in what you release. God's wealth multiplies when it is shared, when it is invested in purpose, and when it is aligned with divine destiny. Prepare your heart now to be a conduit of His favor. Your generosity will open doors to even greater abundance, for God blesses those who bless others. Do not be distracted by what you cannot see. Do not be shaken by what has not yet manifested. God's millionaire blessings are real, and they are imminent. You must move with faith, act with wisdom, and position yourself with discipline. The breakthrough is closer than you think. Every prayer you have prayed, every effort you have made, every moment you have endured has been leading to this season. God's timing is impeccable. His provision is unstoppable. His blessing is undeniable. Prepare your mind, prepare your heart, and prepare your spirit, because the release of abundance is about to come, and it will transform your life forever. Do you understand what it means when I say God's millionaire blessings are about to invade your life? I am not talking about ordinary success. I am talking about a divine elevation, a supernatural increase that will leave no doubt about the hand of God in every aspect of your prosperity. This is the moment where heaven steps into your reality and reshapes your circumstances, your opportunities, and your resources. God is about to open doors that have been sealed for years. God is about to place people, ideas, and innovations in your path that will catapult you beyond limitations. But here is the truth you must embrace. God does not bless by chance. He blesses by design. Every blessing has a purpose. Every favor has an assignment. And every opportunity is a test of your faith, character, and readiness. Do not be deceived by appearances. The world may tell you that wealth is controlled by luck, by education, by connections, or by talent. But I am telling you now, in no uncertain terms, that God is the ultimate source of all provision. God's favor does not depend on human circumstances. It depends on your alignment with His will, your obedience to His principles, and your faith to believe beyond the visible. The millionaire blessings you are about to receive are not measured by what you have done, but by how fully you have surrendered to the one who holds all power. God sees your heart. God knows your intention. God knows your readiness to receive. And when the timing is perfect, He will release a flow of abundance so powerful that it will silence every critic, every doubter, and every fear that has tried to hinder you. You must also understand that God's blessings are strategic. They are not simply financial gains to make you comfortable. They are instruments of destiny. The wealth that God is about to release is meant to elevate your life, multiply your influence, and create impact far beyond your imagination. You will not only experience comfort, but empowerment. You will not only gain resources, but authority to create change, to inspire, to uplift, and to leave a legacy that endures. This is the blessing of God's precision. He does not bless recklessly. He blesses intentionally. And this is why your faith, your preparation, and your perseverance are critical. Every prayer, every act of diligence, every moment you have remained steadfast is building the foundation for the release of these millionaire blessings. Do you hear me when I say this? God is not limited by time, circumstance, or human expectation. What looks impossible to man is easy for God. What looks delayed is already in motion in heaven. Every moment you have spent trusting, hoping, and believing is a deposit in the bank of divine favor. And God is about to multiply it exponentially. The resources, opportunities, and connections that will come to you are not just to satisfy personal needs. They are designed to demonstrate God's glory through your life. This is why the millionaire blessings are always accompanied by responsibility. God does not entrust abundance to carelessness or greed. He entrusts it to those who are ready to steward it wisely, with integrity, and with vision. And I am here to tell you, if you have been faithful, if you have remained steadfast, if you have honored God in every decision, then this is your season. I want you to consider the power of alignment. Everything in your life must be aligned with God's purpose if you are to fully receive His blessing. Your actions, your mindset, your prayers, your vision, and even the words you speak must resonate with faith and obedience. God's millionaire blessings are blocked only by misalignment, by doubt, by fear and by distraction. Every negative thought, every fear-based decision, and every compromise delays the release of your blessing. But when you commit yourself fully, when you walk in alignment with God's principles, when your heart is purified and your intentions are righteous, the flow of abundance is unstoppable. The doors will open, the opportunities will arrive, and the resources will multiply, all in perfect timing. Let me tell you something else. God's millionaire blessings are a spiritual battle. There will be forces, both seen and unseen, trying to keep you in limitation. There will be voices of doubt, circumstances that seem impossible, and people who will attempt to discourage you. But you must stand firm. You must rise above fear. You must operate with faith that defies logic, with patience that surpasses human understanding, and with a vision that refuses to be diminished by temporary challenges. God's favor is not subject to human weakness. It is anchored in His power, His will, and His infinite wisdom. And when you persist, when you endure, when you refuse to surrender to doubt, the millionaire blessings will arrive with a force so powerful that no one will question God's authority in your life. I want you to embrace the mindset of abundance before it even manifests. Speak life over your finances, your business, your career, and your investments. Declare your readiness to receive with faith, clarity, and conviction. Visualize the wealth, the opportunities, and the influence flowing into your life. Align every thought with the truth that God is your source and that His provision is infinite. Do not wait for evidence to believe. Believe to see the evidence. This is the principle of divine favor. This is the law of faith-driven prosperity. When you declare, when you position yourself, and when you act with obedience, God responds with multiplication beyond measure. God's blessings are also about transformation. When He releases abundance, He does not merely change your bank account. He transforms your spirit, your influence, and your purpose. The millionaire blessings you are about to receive are meant to elevate your thinking, to expand your impact, and to refine your character. You will be entrusted with resources that carry responsibility, influence, and the power to change lives. And those who are prepared to steward this blessing will see it multiplied in ways they never imagined. Wealth that is blessed by God creates opportunity for generations. Wealth that is aligned with God's purpose leaves a legacy. Wealth that is stewarded with wisdom glorifies the Creator and demonstrates His power. And now I challenge you to rise in faith. Refuse to live in limitation. Refuse to settle for mediocrity. Refuse to allow doubt, fear, or delay to define your destiny. The millionaire blessings are coming. They are already moving towards you. Opportunities are being positioned, ideas are being inspired, connections are being orchestrated, all by the hand of God. What is required is your readiness, your obedience, your faith, and your unwavering commitment to honor God in every step. When you align yourself with His will, there is no force on earth or in heaven that can stop the flow of abundance He is releasing. Now listen closely. The season you are entering is not ordinary. The millionaire blessings God is about to release are extraordinary, and they are designed to shift the trajectory of your life forever. This is not a moment to hesitate, to question, or to be cautious. This is a moment to rise with authority, with conviction, and with unwavering faith. Every moment you have spent in prayer, every challenge you have endured, every sacrifice you have made has been preparing you for this release. God does not waste effort, and He does not delay without purpose. Every struggle, every season of waiting has been orchestrating your positioning for divine wealth, favor, and influence. Now the time has come. God is about to show up in ways so powerful that your heart will overflow with gratitude. Your spirit will ignite with confidence, and your life will testify to the G. Greatness of God's provision. You must understand that God's millionaire blessings are not just about financial increase, they are about elevation in every dimension of your life. God's abundance touches your mind, your spirit, your creativity, and your ability to lead. Wealth that is released by God elevates your capacity to make decisions with clarity, to act with wisdom, and to influence with integrity. It is not merely about receiving money. It is about becoming the person capable of stewarding what God has entrusted to you. God does not release blessings into hearts that are unprepared, minds that are stagnant, or spirits that are divided. This is a time to align your entire being with His purpose, to cultivate discipline in your thoughts, diligence in your actions, and devotion in your spirit. Only then can you fully grasp the magnitude of the blessing that is coming. Hear this with certainty: God is about to multiply your opportunities exponentially. Where you see obstacles, He sees pathways. Where you see scarcity, He sees abundance. Where you see limitation, He sees infinite possibilities. The millionaire blessings are already on their way. They are not a question, they are a promise. And those who are ready to receive will see doors open that no human hand could unlock. Partnerships will form, ideas will ignite, investments will prosper, and resources will flow into your life from multiple directions. This is not luck, this is not coincidence. This is God moving with precision and purpose to position you for extraordinary provision. Your faith must rise to meet the magnitude of what God is about to do. Anything less than full trust will be too small to contain the blessing. Do not be deceived into thinking that waiting is wasted time. Patience is the refinement of faith. Waiting is preparation for manifestation. God's timing is perfect and it cannot be rushed, aided by human effort or limited by human understanding. Every moment you endure faithfully, every decision you make with integrity, every step you take in obedience is laying the foundation for the release of millionaire blessings. Do not measure your progress by what you see. Measure it by what God has promised. Even when circumstances appear bleak, even when the world says impossible, God is already at work behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail, opening every door, and aligning every opportunity for your elevation. This is the law of divine provision. What God has prepared, no one can prevent. What He has ordained, no one can delay. Let me emphasize this truth: God's millionaire blessings demand spiritual readiness. This is a time to cultivate discernment, to sharpen your vision, and to purify your motives. Wealth released by God is powerful. It can multiply good or expose weakness. God entrusts His favor to those who demonstrate wisdom, integrity, and a heart committed to purpose. Do not pursue wealth for comfort alone. Do not chase success for validation. Align yourself with God's will, and He will entrust you with resources that will not only transform your life, but transform the lives of those around you. The millionaire blessings are a tool for influence, impact, and legacy. Steward them well, and they will multiply beyond measure. Mismanage them, and the opportunity diminishes. God honors preparation and punishes negligence. Now, understand the role of expectation. Faith that is active expects the impossible. It does not doubt, it does not fear, it does not shrink in the face of challenge. The millionaire blessings require that you anticipate abundance, that you declare provision, and that you act as though the blessing is already manifesting. Speak over your finances, over your business, over your opportunities, and over your destiny. Visualize the increase, feel the excitement of the breakthrough, and align every action with the certainty that God's hand is moving on your behalf. Do not wait for evidence to believe. Believe so that evidence can appear. This is the principle of divine acceleration. expectation aligned with faith calls the blessing from heaven and positions it into your reality. I want to address the naysayers, the critics, and the voices of doubt that have tried to hinder you. Their words are powerless against the promise of God. Their disbelief cannot cancel what heaven has ordained. Every time someone says, "You cannot," "It is impossible," or "You are too late," you must rise in faith and declare, "God is my source. God is my provider. God is releasing abundance in my life that no one can stop." Opposition is not a barrier. It is a sign that something powerful is on the horizon. When God prepares to release blessings of this magnitude, resistance is inevitable. But resistance is temporary, while God's favor is eternal. Stand firm, hold fast, do not compromise. The millionaire blessings are your divine inheritance, and they are unstoppable when you walk in alignment with God. God's provision is also about multiplication. He does not bless in scarcity, He blesses in overflow. When He releases millionaire blessings, the flow will be abundant, diverse, and continuous. It will not come in small, predictable increments. It will come in ways that expand your capacity to give, to invest, to create, and to leave a lasting impact. You are not simply being prepared for financial comfort. You are being prepared for financial influence. Wealth released by God carries power, responsibility, and spiritual significance. It is a tool for transformation, a key to legacy, and a demonstration of His glory. This is why God's blessings are never random. They are intentional, strategic, and eternal in purpose. I want you to feel this in your spirit. God's millionaire blessings are not for the faint-hearted, the indecisive, or the complacent. They are for those who dare to rise above mediocrity, who refuse to allow circumstance to define destiny, and who understand that divine favor is activated by faith and obedience. Every limitation you have faced has been a stepping stone. Every delay has been a preparation. And every challenge has been a lesson in readiness. God is not releasing this blessing to simply enrich you. He is releasing it to elevate you, to expand your influence, and to position you as a beacon of His provision in a world desperate for hope. Do not shrink back. Do not hesitate. Do not allow fear to cloud your vision. This is your appointed time. God is moving, and nothing can stop what He has ordained. Understand this clearly. God's millionaire blessings are rooted in purpose, not entitlement. The wealth that is about to flow into your life is not to satisfy vanity or pride. It is to empower you to create impact, to lift others, and to demonstrate the power of God's provision. True wealth is never stagnant. It multiplies when aligned with divine intention. God does not bless carelessly. He blesses strategically, with precision, and with eternal significance. Every resource, every opportunity, every idea that is placed in your hands carries the potential to change not only your life, but the lives of those around you. This is why preparation, wisdom, and spiritual readiness are essential. The blessing is immense, but so is the responsibility. I want to speak about the power of vision. God is about to release opportunities that will seem larger than life. You will face moments when the size of the task or the magnitude of the opportunity challenges your confidence. But this is precisely when faith must rise above fear. The millionaire blessings are a test of visio, as much as they are a gift of provision. God is calling you to think bigger than you ever have, to see beyond current limitations, and to act with authority. Your imagination must expand to accommodate the abundance He is sending. Speak over your life with clarity. Declare your readiness with boldness. Visualize the streams of provision flowing from directions you have not even considered. This is the language of faith that positions heaven to move on your behalf. Do not underestimate the spiritual dynamics of wealth. God's provision is more than money. It is influence, it is authority, it is power to create change. The millionaire blessings are designed to elevate your ability to lead, to inspire, and to serve. Wealth without purpose is empty, but wealth aligned with God's vision multiplies exponentially. Every blessing carries with it an opportunity to leave a lasting legacy, to impact generations, and to demonstrate the power of God's hand in human affairs. This is why God tests your heart, your character, and your faith. Are you ready to steward His blessing with integrity? Are you prepared to lead without arrogance? Are you committed to use this abundance for good, to glorify the one who provided it, and to transform lives in the process? Now, let me challenge you to embrace expectation over fear. Fear has no place in the life of one who is receiving God's favor. Fear diminishes vision. Fear weakens faith. Fear delays manifestation. When God prepares to release millionaire blessings, fear is not invited to the table. You must operate in absolute confidence that God is your source, your provider, and your guide. Speak with authority over your finances, your opportunities, your career, and your future. Declare the release of resources, the alignment of partnerships, and the multiplication of income. Expect it, believe it. Position yourself as though the blessing is already flowing, because in the realm of faith, expectation is the key that unlocks divine provision. You must also understand the role of obedience. God blesses those who are willing to walk in His ways, who honor His principles, and who act with integrity. Obedience is not a limitation. It is the pathway to acceleration. Every decision, every act of diligence, every moment you choose faith over fear is a declaration that you are ready for God's millionaire blessings. Disobedience, compromise, and shortcuts delay the release of favor. God's blessings are strategic, and they demand alignment with His will. Prepare your life, your heart, and your mind to receive, and the magnitude of provision that God has designed will flow without obstruction. God's favor also requires resilience. The journey toward wealth, even when divinely ordained, is not without challenges. Opposition will arise. Delays will test your patience. Skepticism from others will attempt to shake your confidence. But remember this: no obstacle, no critic, no circumstance can nullify the promise of God. Every trial is temporary, and every delay is a stage for God to display His power. The millionaire blessings will arrive in perfect timing, with precision, and in a way that leaves no doubt that the provision is divine. Your task is to remain steadfast, to persevere, and to refuse to compromise under pressure. Resilience is the mark of one who is ready for extraordinary abundance. I urge you to cultivate generosity as you prepare for this blessing. Wealth is never meant to be hoarded. It is meant to be a conduit for impact. When God releases abundance into your life, He is testing your heart. Will you use it wisely? Will you lift others? Will you invest in purpose? Those who approach wealth with humility and a spirit of generosity will see it multiplied. Those who cling selfishly will find limitation. The millionaire blessings are as much about character as they are about provision. They are designed to reveal and refine the heart. Align yourself with this truth, and God's favor will not only enrich you, it will transform you and those around you.